In this video, I asked the question, has Star Wars Legion peaked too soon? Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So if this is your first time here, thanks very much for watching. Why not click the subscribe button so you don't miss any uploads from me. So let me just start this by saying I am absolutely hyped for Star Wars Legion. I'm a huge Star Wars fan and I'm really looking forward to playing this game next year. However, I was just thinking today, has Fantasy Flight peaked too soon with Star Wars Legion when they announced it back at Gen Con? So back in August at Gen Con, Fantasy Flight announced Star Wars Legions was coming, and it's fair to say that they stole the show with this announcement. Everyone was very excited about it. Star Wars miniatures games, as I mentioned back in this video, hadn't always been that successful. Whilst they do have their fans and they do still have some players, they're not what you would call a huge success. So after that, the internet went into overdrive. I made some videos about it just to show how excited I was about it, why I thought it might just be the most important miniatures game ever, and there's many other channels that have sprung up on the back of it as well. However, since then, things have been a little quiet. Now, there was an announcement back in October which showed the expansions that were coming for this. These expansions were the Rebel Troopers and the AT-RT, the Stormtroopers and the Speeder Bikes, the Airspeeder, and of course that AT-ST. Again, with this announcement, this just ramped up the hype a little bit more after what we'd seen was a little bit of a lull from August. Now here we are in November, and the latest information we have is that the game will release in February 2018. However, I feel announcing it 6 months before launch might just have been a little bit too early. Maybe we could have had a bit more of a drip feed of information, because I feel the main problem we've got is in this age of Kickstarter, where people invest in games that they don't see for 12 months. The problem with Star Wars Legion is no one's invested in it yet. Everyone else's money is being spent on other things, waiting for Star Wars Legion to come out. It's missed that Christmas window where we could maybe ask for it for gifts or when we kind of save up for it. And surely by the time January, February comes, people will have spent quite a lot of their hobby money on other things. As an example, since it was announced, we've had Kickstarters for games like Kings of War Vanguard, we've had Kickstarter for the new Core Space, we've had Games Workshop releasing Shadespire, which has really taken off, and we've also got Necromunda to come this weekend as well. So, miniature gamers have had plenty of chances to spend their hobby dollars elsewhere rather than put them aside for Star Wars Legion. Now, I'm not saying for 1 second that Star Wars Legion isn't going to be successful. However, the hype train seems to have peaked a little bit and things have gone a little bit quiet. So what I want to do is I want to get that hype train back up into overdrive again and let's start talking about Star Wars Legion. It's very difficult to make content about a game that's 6 months out, and here we are now, we're still 3 months away from its launch, and it's quite difficult when Fantasy Flight don't really release any more information. On the Fantasy Flight website recently there was an interview with the creator of Star Wars Legion, and this has kind of just fueled a little bit more information. However, there was nothing in there that we didn't already know other than a little bit more information about himself. What I'd really like to see right now, just before Christmas, is to see some more information about Legion. Tell us what the next wave is going to be. Give us some idea about what the launch plan is going into 2018. Just something to get our Star Wars Legion juices flowing again. As there's many other games out there that are taking my eye, and I still need to be able to put a little bit of money to one side to make sure that Legion is still on my shopping list. So what about you folks? Do you think it's peaked too early? Are you still hyped for it? Have you already took some money aside that nobody knows about, ready just to buy that core set? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see from Fantasy Flight. What announcements would you like to see between now and then just to keep you all hyped for it? Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.